Well, I found this online, and I think, though, between 6 and 7, they lost a page because the sentence structure doesn't continue right. But nevertheless, I will read page 7 because it seems to be the final one. And it starts out in middle of a sentence. Yes, but have no desire to do so. An easy way to create this passive state is to relax in a comfortable chair or on a bed. If on a bed, lie flat on your back with your head on a level with your body. Close the eyes and imagine that you are sleepy. Feel, I am sleepy, so very sleepy. In a little while, a faraway feeling accompanied by a general lassitude and loss of all desire to move envelops you. You feel a pleasant, comfortable rest and are not inclined to alter your position, although under other circumstances you would not be all that comfortable. When this passive state is reached, imagine that you have realized your wish. Not how it was realized, but simply the wish fulfilled. Imagine in picture form what you desire to achieve in life. Then feel yourself as having already achieved it. Thoughts produce tiny little speech movements, which may be heard in the passive state of prayer as pronouncements from without. However, this degree of passivity is not essential to the realization of your prayer. All that is necessary is to create a passive state and feel the wish fulfilled. All you can possibly need or desire is already yours. You need no helper to give it to you. It is yours now. Call your desires into being by imagining and feeling your wish fulfilled. As the end is accepted, you become totally indifferent as to possible failure, for acceptance of the end wills the means to that end. When you emerge from the moment of prayer, it is as though you were shown the happy and successful end. When you emerge from the moment of prayer, it is as though you were shown the happy and successful end of a play, although you were not shown how that end was achieved. However, having witnessed the end, regardless of any anticlimactic sequence, you remain calm and secure in the knowledge that the end has been perfectly defined. Spirit feeling, not by might nor by power, but by my Spirit, saith the Lord of hosts. Get into the spirit of the state desired by assuming the feeling that would be yours were you already the one you want to be. As you capture the feeling of the state sought, you are relieved of all effort to make it so, for it is already so. There is a definite feeling associated with every ideal in the mind of man. Capture the feeling associated with your realized wish by assuming the feeling that would be yours were you already in possession of the thing you desire, and your wish will objectify itself. Faith is feeling. According to your faith or feeling, be it unto you. You never attract that which you want, but always that which you are. As a man is, so does he see. To him that hath, it shall be given, and to him that hath not, shall it be taken away. That which you feel yourself to be, you are, and you are given that which you are. So assume the feeling that would be yours were you already in possession of your wish. And your wish must be realized. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus, who, being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God. You are that which you believe yourself to be. Instead of believing in God or in Jesus, believe you are God or you are Jesus. He that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also. Should be, he that believes as I believe, the works that I do shall he do also. Jesus found it not strange to do the works of God because he believed himself to be God. I and my Father are one. It is natural to do the works of the one you believe yourself to be. So live in the feeling of being. the one you want to be, and that you shall be, and that you shall be. When a man believes in the value of the advice given him and applies it, he establishes within himself the reality of success. And that concludes the reading of Feeling is the Secret, which is a book I really, really love. Now I'm going to take you over to a place in my room where I have... Oh, I got to climb up on the top of my bed here. There you go. I made this a long time ago. It's the 3 W's. Actually, it's a form of the folding of a bird into the dove. And when you get to one point where it kind of can be turned both ways, I thought, wow, that looks like a W. So I put 3 of them together, put clay on top of it, and painted it, and I wrote under it, wish without worrying. Because that's the way you can have anything you desire. That's all we really have to do. Not worry and wish. And wish only for the good. Well, oops, I stepped on my dog. But he's all right. Well, anyway, so while I've got you here, I'll show you this thing I'm making. This is my great big thing. I told you I was going to turn it into a table. There it is. Its top is slowly becoming a table. But it's a table that you can not have a flat surface on. But I can't put that much wire on it. I've got this part I was going to add to it. Let me get this up above it and show it to you. This is my, what you call the star tetrahedron. Some people call it the Merkaba. I like to call it the Merkaba. The Star of David, the 2 tetrahedrons that merge so that spirit and matter become one. And some people call this our vehicle for the ascension. And completely inside of it, everywhere, everything makes vector equilibriums. First, it makes a lot of tetrahedrons. But as I have done so much work with wires, I'm discovering a lot of things about the tetrahedron, and that is that each tetrahedron contains an octahedron, and each octahedron contains the vector equilibrium. And the way you make the vector equilibrium, which defines the vector equilibrium defines God, space, the emptiness, the place that God abides, which, if it's inside each tetrahedron, that's in everything, because the tetrahedron is believed to be the building block of life. So everything has tetrahedrons, so everything has the vector equilibrium in it. And inside the vector equilibrium, there are 12 vectors that go out. And this makes a bigger one in the center that is always going to be the center one, way in there somewhere. You can't really see it too good now because I've got this thing so big. But offshoots from it make the Merkaba, and the Merkaba is full of smaller and smaller and smaller. If you could go down really small, you would never end making even more vector equilibriums. And they also look like wheels, see? They look like wheels with eyes in them. And it reminds me of wheels within wheels in the Bible. There's a discussion of that as being the throne of God. So I think this is a very significant thing, this vector equilibrium. And here's another important thing about it. To make it, you take the tetrahedron, divide it in 3 sides, and then you take those 3 sides and divide them again in 3. You do it 3 and 3, 2 divisions of 3, and it makes the vector equilibrium. Anyway, I'm running out of time, so I'm going to close this down. Over and out. Bye from the Dove Lady.